Hey everybody, it's Spicey Ky. Welcome to Spicy's Garden. So for my first video, I decided I'd take you on a tour of my little garden as I water. So this is the side that contains a bunch of containers. You have some spinach, and that right there would be some parsley that actually seeded itself. Then this is some oregano. It's not looking so hot, but I'm hoping it goes to seed so I could grab those seeds because it was a pretty good plant. 3 plants actually. And that's some spinach and a pepper plant I'm overwintering. And here we are with garden bed. That would be number 3. There's some lavender, some lettuce that's not looking so great. Got that from the depot. Those were not grown from seeds. But those radishes right there were. Now see, as you can see, I have mulch all over my garden. That helps to keep the moisture in, especially during these winter months when I really don't want to be out there in the cold watering every single solitary day. So you get that mulch on there, it'll trap that moisture in there, and you're ready to go. And this would be considered bed number 4. Look at those tall sunflowers over there in the corners. There's another lavender plant I'm trying to get back to life, but the depot literally sells them to us like that, so it kind of is what it is. Got that broccoli there going good. Those are some onions I actually planted from kitchen scraps. Look at that there. That's so beautiful. That sunflower got hit by frost, but she is still doing beautiful. You have some chard right there, and there's some peas. They are growing great. The grandbaby literally eats raw peas from that plant almost every day. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that broccoli. Isn't she happy? And you see how instead of just splattering water all over, I try to get the wand down into the dirt instead of the actual plant itself. So let's water the other side of the same beds. That's going to be some mustard greens right there. And this is a pot with broccoli in it. And one of my tomato branches broke off, so I just shoved it in the dirt and watched them turn red. And that's more mustard greens. Yes, yes, not the leafy kind. The kind you get from M.I. Gardner. Ooh, get that weed out of there. Ew. Gotta go, gotta go, gotta go. A little more water for the mustard greens. Just a little more water. You know you have to give extra water to your potted plants. Always remember that. They require extra water. Look at this here lavender turning green. Isn't that awesome? More chard. Some more spinach right there next to it. Down there at the, what is that? Some new growth? Who knows what that could be? I planted those seeds so many months ago. It was 115 to 118 here in Moreno Valley this summer. So it took months and months for a lot of these to sprout. So I have no idea what they are. It'll be as much of a surprise to me as it will be to you. But down this row, there were originally carrots planted, but because of the heat, they never sprouted. So down there at the end, on the edge of the bed right there, you pretty much have a bunch of radishes and turnips. The bugs got to quite a bit of them. Those critters do extra work in the heat. But this red cabbage is coming along just fine. Look, you see more little new plants sprouting that I can't identify just yet because I planted the seeds so long ago. Who knows? But check out how I'm watering this red cabbage. You don't necessarily want to just all over your leaves. Your goal is to get the ground, the soil wet. You feel me? Get the soil wet. Look at all those new little seedlings popping up out of nowhere. Pretty interesting, since some of those seeds were planted way back in like April, May, and June. But hey, I'll take whatever Mother Nature has to offer. Get those red cabbage nice and wet. Yes, yes. Yes, yes. Now back to the other side of bed 4. Sorry about that. Now this is another lavender plant that I got from the depot. That's exactly how they sell them. So we had no idea they were selling them to us dead, and it was our job to bring them back to life. But I'll keep working on her like I worked on the one in the other bed. Look at those amazing looking mustard greens. We've eaten on these mustard greens at least 5 times this year. And I devoured them, like took them down to almost baby leaves for Thanksgiving. And look how big they're growing back. And look at that, some onion I planted. Some garlic I planted. And more, my favorite, red mustard greens. Look at those new seedlings popping up. Look at them. They're just popping up everywhere. But those red mustard greens, it took them a while. It took the smaller ones, it took them a while to get going. But they are kicking butt now. Look at that broccoli. More broccoli for you. Let's get those mustard greens nice and wet. Give them a nice good watering. Look at that spinach right there. It would be much larger, but we've eaten on that a good 3 or 4 times too. Actually, probably more than that, because I put some in the pot when I make greens, and I've actually peeled leaves off here and there for sandwiches and for sandwiches, because he prefers spinach. I prefer crunchy lettuce. More mustard greens. Get them all, look at them, get them all happy, And look at that sunflower. The frost did her leaves a job, but she still grew up nice and strong and beautiful. Look at that, some more garlic planted next to those peas over there. Hold on, let me get these mustard greens just a little bit more. Because that big one right there, that's my baby. That's my baby. I would name her, but I don't feel right naming things that I plan to eat. Look at all those peas on that plant. Look at that. Garlic, that's garlic. Yeah, look at that bed right there. Let's get these pots. Uh-oh, hello, Prissy. Hello. Get those pots. Let's get those pots. They dry out so quickly, especially these things right here. People love them to death because they're stackable. But I don't have a shortage of space in my yard, so I don't need to stack them. I just sit them all over the place. But those are herbs in there. And then these are some more broccoli plants. Yes. See how big that one is? See how big that one is? Now look how small these are in these pots. That's telling me a lot. Check out this companion planting. Those are beets right there. According to my planter app, broccoli loves beets. So I threw some beet seeds in there with that broccoli. Now this is bed number 1. This was the original bed. This is where all the beautiful squash and gorgeous cucumbers came from over the summer. Those marigolds were life. I have no idea what that is. It's something that's self-seeded, and I haven't given this aloe vera plant much love, but I'll get to that. This is a lettuce plant that I really loved. Hopefully I'll remember to slap a picture of it in here for you so you can see how much I got off of it. But now I grew it in that 115 degree heat up under that tomato plant I just showed you right there. It died in the frost. I should have covered it, but I forgot. But yeah, it's gone to seed. And now I just want to get those seeds because I don't remember what type of lettuce it was. Onions, baby. That's an onion I planted from kitchen scraps. Right there. Alrighty. Sorry for the moving the camera around, trying to do two things at once. Those are some marigolds over there to the right that I need to pull up, but I don't feel like it. That's a cabbage, bunch of radishes and some spinach in there somewhere. A lot of spinach right there. Over there on the edge to the right, that's gonna be radishes. Bunch of radishes. And see, that's the thing, you have to overplant your seeds. You have to oversow because you never know what's gonna come up. This should have been a multitude of turnips going all the way down that edge, but very few came up, and a lot of them were eaten by something, who knows what. Look at that beautiful spinach. Look how beautiful it is. Ooh, look at that beautiful. Get that ugly yellow leaf off of there. Throw that in the garden. Compost. Make it compost. Let's give her a little more water. She is just beautiful and gorgeous, and we just have to make sure she's always happy, because we're going to start picking off of her soon too. Those are more mustard greens. As you can see, I love mustard greens. They turn in a little yellow because I had to lift those peas up. They were kind of falling over on them and taking away a lot of the sunshine. But I'll doctor them up this Sunday when it's time for that liquid fertilizer. And that's more spinach, baby. Spinach. One little carrot. All the carrots I planted over the last few months. That one carrot right there to the right sprouted. That's that one. Yeah, look at that. Let's get that container. So that was peppermint, and spearmint. That spearmint isn't doing so good, so I'm hoping it goes to seed so I can get the seeds from it. You can see where I planted new peppermint after the frost got the other peppermint. No worries, peppermint grows pretty fast. It'll be okay. Let's see what we have going here. Yeah, let's get those peas. We don't even really eat peas, but the grandbaby loves peas, so I'm glad I'm growing them because hopefully he'll love that more than potato chips and cookies. And those are more mustard greens, rocking everywhere. What you say? See that big old branch right there? That's a collard tree. His mom gave me that, and it was all bent up in the pot, so I planted it so it just leans right there on the board of the raised bed. Look at that there. Let's see, over here in this corner, that was more peppermint. This is a tomato tree that I'm overwintering, but I'm hoping to get those 2 tomatoes off of it. Those are either some free plants or they're weeds. We'll find out soon enough. It's no big deal. The frost got to these beans, but that one right there was a volunteer, so I just keep watering it. I mean, why not? That was butternut squash growing up the broken AC. Some more leafy greens. If you have any idea what those are, put it in the comments, because those are volunteers, so I have no idea what they are. And that was 4 bean plants in a tomato cage, and they were doing awesome until the frost. Now it's only 3 of them, and they're not doing so hot. And that's that cabbage. Hopefully I'll remember to slap some pictures of it in here so you can see its transformation. Look at that awesome root system. But yeah, we've eaten off that many times. I just pick the outer leaves and let it keep growing. Excuse the mess over here. We have a gopher problem, and every time they dig up a hole, I just slap a milk crate over the hole. Make them have to start all over. Yeah, so those are peppers, and those are actually lettuce right there, but peppers are in my cinder blocks. And I'm over entering them. I'm trying to, but this habanero, she just keeps going and going and going. Look at all that new growth. Look at all those new peppers. So she's not being overwintered just yet because of all that beautiful new growth. But we shall see, we shall see. That's some lettuce I grew from one of those things. Maybe I'll have one around and show you, but it's just a little flat white thing you lay on top of the dirt and then just water it. It's not doing so hot. I don't like it at all. These are my microgreens. All I did was plant a bunch of spinach and lettuce seeds extremely close together and did not thin them out. And now the holes you see in there are where I have been chopping on them here and there, throwing them in our salads. This is some more broccoli. See how small the broccoli that I'm planting in the planters are? And never mind my weeds right there. You just leave them be because the bugs love them. They love those weeds right there. So I even water them and fertilize them because it keeps those bugs away from that broccoli. That part right there, baby. Some more, I'm gonna say spinach. I don't really remember. And this is just a tinfoil tray with a bunch of herbs planted in it in rows. As you can see how the sticks are sitting. And those weeds right there keep these things safe. Look at all the little baby seedlings popping up. I believe I have you know what? I'm gonna try to find a picture because I can't remember. But I really can't remember. Sorry. But I know somewhere near some lemon oregano that I do know. And this used to be the potato bed. Something is going to flower. It's a volunteer, so I have no idea what it is for sure. But I'm thinking broccoli or cabbage. But since it's going to seed, it's hard for me to really tell. Yeah, there's a lot of, look at that right there. Nice piece of lettuce, huh? Yeah, the depot calls that romaine type. And this is some cilantro that was planted. It was a cluster of it, and then I came out one day and it was just gone. And that one little tiny piece was even smaller than that, so I kept watering it and fertilizing it, and it's getting bigger and bigger. And these are some more lettuces. They were taken from that tray right there. As those started to come up, I would pick larger pieces here and there and replant them over here in this box. And now you see how large they get when they're not all bunched together. And that's all microgreens are. You don't have to buy a pack of seeds that says microgreens. Just find you some leafy green seeds and plant them extremely close together, and bam, you have microgreens. Right there too, same thing. I pulled some greens, some microgreens out of that tray. Some are Spanish. I don't know why I keep saying that. Some are spinach, some are lettuce. But as you can see, they're doing much better. Except for that one over there in the corner. Something ate that, so I just replanted that one a couple of weeks ago. And that's some more of that romaine type lettuce, whatever that means. And then you have some more seedlings popping up. And that cute little purple stuff keeping them safe is called tulle. Tulle. It's used to create dresses for little girls and stuff. You find it in the fabric store. They sell it all over the place. Look at that. Something did that. Something did that. Something has been crawling in my bed, and it's probably the neighbor's cat. And what can I do about it? But something definitely did that. Look at those carrots popping up. So you take that piece of that tulle, and I cover those carrots up with that tulle, because I don't want anything still in my carrots. After they're finally starting to sprout, I don't want anything still in it. Give me a little handful of that wood mulch right there. Lay it on each end. Bam! Got you a little carrot cover. And then you just water the carrots right with the tulle on it. Not even a problem. Just keep on going. That's some rosemary right there, by the way. That came from the depot, which is why it looks like it looks. No offense to anybody that's a serious fan. I am too, but hey, it is what it is. They gotta go through all that Miracle Grow drug detox when you get them home, and sometimes it takes a little while. Thank you so much for watching. And please be sure to hit that like button on your way out. And make sure you leave a comment in the comment section below. And if you're new to my channel, be sure to hit that subscribe button and make sure you hit that bell so you get notified every time I drop a new gardening video. Happy gardening. Spicey out.